Hey, I'm Keith Adams, and I live in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a pastor. I've lived in the South of the United States for most of my life, and I have been married to my first wife for 35 years, and I have two grown daughters that have lived away. They're both married, have three grandchildren, and I'm a pastor. So I live a very social life. I'm with people a lot of socializing, a lot of relational connections, and but I also love to travel. So some of my challenges around health and fitness come with an irregular schedule, but that's a little bit about me. And I love to eat, but also love being healthy too. I have been very interested in health for many years and had some successes doing other programs in the past, and had some drop offs as well. I was interested in it mainly because I had really struggled for 2 or 3 years to try to get back into shape. I wasn't able to do it on my own. And I knew one thing for me was the level of accountability made a big difference that I had not had before. And I needed somebody to help me make sure I was making right choices, thinking properly, thinking about my health. And when it came to the state of mind I was in, I was really pretty discouraged. The time I spent with Mike and getting able to talk to him and work through the program, helping me make good choices about food, about my schedule, what works for me personally. And that was another huge benefit, was the complete personalization, optimization for me, that it wasn't just a generic plan, but it fit my health type, what type of person I lived in, and also how to work that into my schedule. So it made a big difference. Having the personal connection and the accountability was different than anything I'd done before. The PHA system was great. It's a very exhaustive uh, application that has so many areas. When you first look at it, it kind of seems like it's all built around food, but then you find out that a lot more of it has to do with your own personal mindset, your particular health type. One of the things I really loved about was the search feature, that it has a meal plan, but also you can search recipes. You could try anything. You could put anything in the search bar that you'd like to eat, and it might be a food you have to avoid, or it gives healthy alternatives. The categories that it had in there, that it categorizes dishes that you can eat from excellent to great to good to sometimes to avoid. And during the 12 weeks, I really tried to stay with the excellent recipes, and those really helped optimize my food choices to be the best ones that fit my health type, helped me lose weight. But also, the thing I found as well is that you didn't have to sacrifice flavor for healthy eating. The the recipes were very extensive, good seasoning, but used healthy ingredients and gave alternatives to other things I would eat before. And the portion size was right, but because of the way so many of them were made, I never felt like I was missing out. I never felt hungry throughout the program because of the way the food types were. They're the kind that were lower calories or made the right way, but were also very filling. And that's one of the things I liked. And one of the things with the personalization, or another thing with the personalization, is that I found out what was my best time to eat as well. Is that it's different for different people. I tried different kinds of eating plans that maybe were restrictive, and this showed what times of the day and what meals I should be eating at what time. So that was very helpful, because there were other things I tried where I was just hungry all the time and didn't feel satisfied. Where this one had me eating at the proper times and the right amounts throughout the day too. I think there were a lot of highs throughout the program, but I'll start with some of the lows. One of them is, it is when you're used to eating a certain way and you like certain foods, there is a challenge to change some of that. And sometimes I found in the past I would make such radical changes that I just didn't enjoy it. That was one of the great things, and that was a high that I already mentioned about the PHA system, is that there were so many options of food, and finding foods that were similar to things I ate before, but were a healthier option, or were new recipes that I tried. And I found a good staple of recipes that helped me. And there was no end to what I could find on the app for good food. I think one of the challenges as well is debunking some of the myths of healthy food as well that I had to work through, that sometimes lower calories doesn't necessarily mean that something is healthier for you. It may be filled with nitrates or other preservatives and things like that. It may not have as many calories, but it's not a healthier option, or it's kind of a manufactured food that is filled with preservatives, and you're looking to find whole foods that are real foods that really are healthy and getting the better options for me. I think one of the tough things also I had to work through and find out at times is there was something that I could eat that I enjoyed and I kept eating, but then I discovered it was probably something I should have maybe once or twice a week and not 7 days a week. So that's a lot of the process. And so you go through that struggle of, I think I feel like I'm eating healthy, but I'm still not getting it right. But the great thing is on the program, through the tough love, and Mike was great, was very patient at times, had to say, let me correct this a little bit, and we worked through it. But as I got into it, it became more of the lifestyle, which is what I wanted to have, and found ways to prioritize my day, plan ahead. So I had meals, I had the right foods in my refrigerator and my pantry that I could go to that were on hand, so I wasn't having to always think about what I was eating or going to the store, making those constant choices. Over the 12 weeks, I just saw I saw success in all the areas. My energy level went up great. I was able to sleep much better. I took on some of the challenges, like one of them is taking cold showers that I didn't think I would ever do. And we started out with a normal shower, gradually to tepid water, and then getting cold. And I've gotten to the point to where all I take are cold showers now. And I thought that was one of the crazy ideas, but after looking into it and seeing a lot of the health benefits of it being such a great way of releasing stress and removing cortisol from your body, and learning to work through it, there are a lot of great health benefits through that. So I lost 41 pounds over the 12 weeks, but also gained muscle in the process, which has allowed me to get back. I used to be a runner and just couldn't get back into it. I had a lot of lower back pain, but now I'm slowly building back to running a little bit, not long distances, but I can run 1.5 miles to 2 miles, and I'm working up to 3 miles and I don't have the back pain. I don't feel the soreness the next day. So we worked out 4 days a week of going to the gym, and then 3 days a week with a walk, run, bike ride on those other days. And it has just been something that I've been able to fit into my schedule, be consistent, and also find the right time of day of doing that that's best for my body, for my health type, and for my schedule too. I would say you definitely want to count the cost at the first to look at what that means. But I would also say count the cost of not getting into a wellness program and what it looks like. One of the things I've said is that every one of us will become a healthy eater at some point in our life, but I enjoy doing it on my own terms instead of a physician or someone else telling me that I had to do it. And I would also say it's much better in community, with help, with somebody who can help hold you accountable, but can talk through, encourage you through, feel so much better. Physically, yes, but also the clarity of thought and the accomplishment through it has also been something that has helped lift my self-esteem, helped me feel positive. People do notice the difference, and there were a lot of times I may not have been honest when people would ask how I'm doing, and I would say, I'm doing good or I'm fine. That's the standard answer. But now people ask me, and I say, I'm doing great. I feel maybe when I was younger, but it's been a long time since I've really felt this way in my physical fitness, my energy, but also my mindset and my outlook on life too. That we all face struggles. There are difficulties that everybody goes through. I can look at things from a positive perspective. I know I have support out there, but also just the energy that, hey, I did this, and whatever comes my way, I have help, I have my faith, but I also have a positive mindset that keeps pushing me forward.